Welcome, everybody. Thank you for coming. Thank you to our esteemed guests, Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shri Bommai, Mr. Ashwini Vaishnav, Union Cabinet Minister, Mr. Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Minister of State, stars of the tech world, ladies and gentlemen, and we look forward to welcoming Mr. Piyush Goyal, Union Cabinet Minister. Welcome, everybody, to the 7th Annual ET Startup Awards. It's so exciting to actually be here physically with all of you and actually engage with each other and feel each other's presence. The energy is incredible, and we're very grateful for all of you for joining us. I was talking to Kunal from CRED, and he was telling me that today is March 12th, 2022, and on March 12th, 2020 was the day that most of the big startups in Bangalore shut down their offices. We have gone through exactly 2 years of genuine upheaval. We've had lockdowns, masks up, and uncertainty of coming back to work, not going back to work, working from home, coming to the office for a few days a week, every day. And yet, through 2 years of uncertainty, and we look at where we are today, the Indian digital economy and India as a whole is in an incredibly formidable place. We're now the world's largest, fastest growing economy. And even as the world goes through enormous upheaval and uncertainty, oil prices, India is blessed to have over $630 billion of Forex reserves, insulating us from the geopolitical uncertainty that we see today. As we think about the recovery that we've seen over the last few years, startups have been more than ever before at the forefront. Last year, we had 44 unicorns, taking us to 83 unicorns as a whole, which are now worth nearly $300 billion. And I'm sure in the year to come, we'll see many more. More than just big valuations, we hit a new milestone this year with an unprecedented amount of public issuances, specifically of our startups. They have captured all of our attention, and we've had volatility. But with it comes transparency, comes sunlight on our businesses, and a higher standard that our businesses have to actually meet to become not just high-value companies, but strong, sustainable, healthy companies for our ecosystem. And more than just the unicorns, there is grassroots excitement for startups all around the country today at an unprecedented high. 5 years ago, according to formal government disclosures, there were 733 startups. This year, there were 14,000. And more than just new startups, they're not just coming from the big cities, but they're coming from small towns. And accessibility of connectivity is fundamentally changing the economy of entrepreneurship. More than just new startups coming up, we're seeing a new diversity in the startups that we see today. Instead of just consumer companies, we're seeing companies in exciting spaces like artificial intelligence, drone technology, space technology, clean technology, and much more. The current geopolitical events of the world have also taught us the importance of domestic enterprise. And in a time when interconnectivity is both an asset and a liability, the strength and rigor of our domestic startup ecosystem is that much more important. The journey of starting companies is not for the faint-hearted. As many of the entrepreneurs here will tell you, it requires grit, resilience, patience, and determination. Certainly the last 2 years have showed us enormous highs and enormous lows, and I'm sure the next 2 years will show that as well. But that's exactly why we're here today. We're here to recognize the best and brightest stars of our next generation of leaders in our country. I'm also especially looking forward to the remarks of our esteemed guests, and particularly as we see this economy reach a new level of maturity, I'm excited to hear how policy can help propel this industry's growth further as a sector and as a contributor to the country as a whole. Thank you for everyone for joining, and congratulations to the winners of this year's awards, and here's to a great night ahead. Thank you very much.